F you and your mom and your sister and your dog and your broke ass car and the stuff you call off. F you and your friends I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all heck off. Na 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 na. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a oh my god, I'm dying. A Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. And before we get started, I think everyone should go check out Star Helix, Wendy Stibalis, Kyle Willson, and Golden Assets on YouTube. And at Not Star Helix, at Hey David Don, and at EQ_crypto on the Twitter for right now. So, I noticed a couple of different things in what I think, and I'm going to make a whole video on how to calculate if something is undervalued or not, just because I think that that type of thing is not like this right now. What's undervalued right now, it will probably change in a week or two, probably after this video, after somebody buys it, buys what I'm about to say, because there's a couple of things that I think are undervalued. Like right now, I'm gonna go and take a look at the rare holiday Groot. It's animated. It's a first appearance. There's 9,888 of them. So it's got to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. It's got to take you have to buy like 60 of these to move the price up from 128 to 140. And you have to hope that, those people, like out of the 885 that there are, you have to hope that they don't move. You have to hope that no others are added into there while other people buy those 60 to move the price $12. It's insane. It's nuts. So I took a look at that. It's probably not a good idea to try to sweep the floor and move the price $5. Spend $1,000 to move the price $5. It's probably not worth it. But what I do think is worth it is going over to number 45. And spending $3,900. That's probably gonna be four grand. Yeah, it's $39.99, so about $4,000. I think that's worth it because it's the rare one. If you're gonna want to get any of them, the top, let's say 55 or top, between numbers 41 and 60. I spent $400 on number 51 of the common, and I did that because I thought that was undervalued, and it is. It should be a lot more than 400, but with this, it's number 45. And it's of the rare. It's animated, so you're probably going to want that a little bit more. If somebody's going to spend a couple $1,000s, you might as well get that. Now, I'm not really seeing that in the other ones. Like, if I go to the uncommon here, which is still for the Groot animated, you can spend, I think it's $3,100? $3,000. And you get number 42. So I think it's a little hard to say because the floor is only 43 gems with that. But that being said, the floor of 43 gems, there are almost 2,000 of these listed. So you have to spend, like I said, a lot of money. That's barely over retail. You'd have to go 20, 30, yeah. You'd have to sweep the floor and spend what's 50. God, you could spend 78. You could buy literally 80 of these, and the price would not move to $50. The price would move from 43 to like 48, 49, which is bananas. You don't want to do that. If you're going to want to spend that much money, you're better off buying that number 42 for $3,000. Now with the common, what I was looking at, now again, the common, even though it's a first edition, it's not animated. The animated ones are the uncommon and the what do you call the other one? Now, the cheapest one you can get is $899. So you're paying less than $1,000. At that point, when you're getting number like 59, 57, 47, 44, those low mint numbers, it really doesn't matter how many of the other mints there are. Like, it doesn't matter if there's 20,000 other mints or there's, 1,000 other mints. All that matters, because that doesn't change. Like, you can't can't sweep the floor of the low mints. I guess you can. You'd spend and you don't have to spend $900 for that. If you want just a normal sub 100 for the common, you can literally do it for like $500. No, I'm sorry, $348. You can get number 99. So you could pay, like what, 40% of the 900 one. So that's just something that I thought was interesting. That, and the other one was Storm, the secret rare for Storm, just the secret rare. Because I went and I looked at that and I saw the other day, and you guys know what I bought. I paid $2,500, I think, for the for number 43. I think it was 43. Let me go and check to make sure. Yeah, so number 43. I don't know if that you can tell that. Maybe I'll lessen the light on it a little bit. Yeah, so, which I think is very undervalued, because if you take a look at what's on the market now, the floor is 880. It was a little bit lower than that the other day. Oh, I actually can't do that. Okay, I guess I relisted that for 15,000. That number 43, because I think that is an appropriate amount. But if you look at the next one, that is that is under 100, so a sub 100 one of those is not terribly expensive. It's $1,500. Or if you take a look at it, number 86, it's probably gonna be 15. Yeah, it's 15. So 1,600. So 1,599. I hate it when people do that. You take a look at that and you say, okay, well, figure $1,600. That's less than double the price of the floor. So if you're going to spend a large amount of money, get a sub 100 that's less than double. Again, secret rares in general, they go and they are, what is it? Usually about 2.5x. I'm sorry, the sub 100s of a secret rare are usually 2.5x of what the floor is. So if the floor is, 1,000, well, then the floor for the sub 100s, whether it's number 97, 83, whatever, is usually minimum 2.5x. So it'd be 2,500. So this at 2.5x of 880. Let's take a look and do some math here. 2.5 is 2,200. So you're getting this for much less than that. So these are things that I would buy right now. You're getting it for $600 cheaper. And and that's if you don't, and that's if you buy gems from like the store. If you buy gems from somewhere else and you get it at a discount, you're actually spending a lot less. But there was another one that I did think was undervalued as well, and I'll let you know which one it is. As it's in the 40s. Again, I got number 43. Again, there's 41 and 42 that can be lower than mine, but there's another one that is almost as low as mine, right? Maybe they took it off. There was one here before that was very, very low, and it either got bought or they took it off, because it is not here anymore. But it was about like $4,400 for number 44, I think. So that one I thought was pretty undervalued. I don't even think I took a screenshot. I took a screenshot on my tablet, unfortunately. It's not. I wonder if it's in my trash. It is not. It is not in my trash. But anyway, I thought that was super undervalued. So let me move on to comments here. Mr. Locknet says, "Hi, Randy. How's it going?" Wes says, "Who's the fake Randy?" I don't know. So there's someone on Twitter. There was an app, like a filter a while ago. It says, "What would you look like as the opposite sex?" So they took one of my Facebook profile pictures and they put that picture in the app to see what I would look like as a woman. And they used that as the filter, or as their profile picture, called the fake Randy Chavez on Twitter. I don't know who they are. They were pretty funny though. I don't know. I followed them. I don't know if they're back. I feel like they haven't posted in a while though. AT says, "Randy Chavez, I love your channel. Can you shout out my INT number 42 Labicorn that's on sale in the market? It's the lowest price and mint, nearly below 10K. The other high mint Labicorns." Which Labicorn? INT Labicorn? I don't know what we're going to look at here. So I'm going to assume it's the one of the most recent Labbits. INT though. I don't know which one it is. Let me know which one it is, AT, and then I'll see if let me know which one out of, because there's a lot of Labbits, and I will if you let me know. It says I want to buy a Reso. Okay, yeah, Resos are. So again, the other day, what I sold to get a Reso. For those of you that don't know, I did buy a second one, but I sold my Nightwing. I sold my Carmine Infantino Robin. I sold the only stuff. I used to have every single set of the Batman Black and White. I even sold I sold my second Harley Quinn set. I had a full set of that. And I sold all but one of my season 1 Harley Quinns. The one that I kept is the Stephen Pugh one, which is at a over $12,000 floor right now. So that one I want to keep for a while. I might. It's number 230. I might keep that. Most things that I have now, I'm probably going to keep forever. But the Batman Black and White, the only one I have is the first appearance Harley Quinn, the first appearance Joker, and everything else I sold. Like I said, I had all the full sets for everything. And I got a Eddie Russo, the second one for, it says $72.85. Right now it's $9,200 for the floor. I don't know if there's going to be any under 100. Okay, well there are, but I don't want to say ridiculous. They're a little crazy. You have Lewis Morgan that has 4 of them. Number 63, 71, 89, 96, listed for $5 million each. No one's going to buy that. The cheapest one seems to be number 97 for $30,000. Now, normally I'd be like, honestly, that's kind of crazy, but between Lewis Morgan, somebody else I know, me, or let's just say between Lewis Morgan and somebody else I know, they're X out 50 of the out of 1,750 Resos, 50 of them are eaten up by Lewis Morgan and this one other person that I know. So if you have $30,000 and you want to get a sub 100 and you get number 97, well, now the next cheapest sub 100 is number 54. Now here's why I think that might be okay to do, because you can do either one of two things. You can get 3 Eddie Resos in general, or you can get a sub 100 one. If you're spending tens of thousands of dollars, like 5 figures worth on something, if you had that option and you didn't need the money, I don't think spending $30K for 97 is that bad a deal. Now, I would rather buy just a normal Spider-Man for that. I could buy a normal Spider-Man secret rare, like for $20,000. I think that is definitely more, is a better deal. But then again, look at the next cheapest one is number 60,000. Oh, Lewis Morgan has number 48 also. But Lewis Morgan, I think also, I don't want to say made a mistake, but yeah, obviously has a lot of money. But what is 50,000? And let's divide it by 5,000. Well, that's dumb. I'm sorry. 5. Say 5. That's just 10. And the reason why I want to is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you can buy 10 Todd McFarlane Batmans and move the price $400. So it's not that much. But if you take a look at the Todd McFarlane Batmans and look at the sub 100s, well, there's really only 3 of them out there. Number 69 for 96,000, and number 55 for 60,000. Now number 37 was brought out. I don't know, like for the Eddie Resos, you can get number 14 up. For the Eddie Reso Batman, it's not like, oh, they started number 41. No, they started at number like 14 or 15 or something like that. And so buying number 41 isn't that special. I mean, it is, by all means it is. In the 40s, it is special. But, It'd be a lot more special if it was actually the first one, the only one that was available. But there's not. There's like 20 others, um, or more than 20 others. Now, for the Todd McFarlane Batman, Lewis Morgan spent $50,000 on that for number 37. I don't. That is more than 10x the price of the floor, like that. Like and for a common, like this is a lot. Let's go here. Let's say 30. Let's say 3,600 times 14. Yeah, is so it's about 14x the floor. Now I get it. It's not just a normal sub 100. It's a sub 40. But how many of those go that low? And I get it. None of the other ones were around. But what if another one, let's say number 36 or 38, comes out, and it's for let's say 40,000? Is he going to spend another 40,000? I mean, how much money you have to lose just to, I don't want to say save face. I just think that there was a couple of other things that he might have been able to do with that. Now, will that be worth it in the future regardless? Yeah, probably. A sub 100 title will probably be worth that at some point anyway. I mean, again, look at the cheapest. Like, where can you find the cheaper offer? Where can you find the cheaper product? You can't. The cheapest sub 100 right now is 60,000 at number 55. So, where's the cheaper offer? So I'm gonna go and answer some more comments here. Upton Wig says, "What up? Yo, what up? How you doing?" Death Bunny says, "We had to terminate him. He no longer exists." Carl R says, "Who is Dashy?" That's Dashy right there. What's up, Ethan? Alfred Montanaro says, "Randy, I got Rona. My cough is similar to yours. I'm negative, but the cough really sucks." Oh, so you're negative, so you don't have it, or you did have it and now you're negative. Either way, I hope that you get better, take medicine, and you rest. For me, it killed me not to. Like my throat hurt in general before I got sick, um, and I didn't even have it, or maybe I did, and when I got tested, I just, my count maybe was too low. Um, but my throat hurts in general just because I talk so much. I used to stream for like 5 hours a day before I got sick, and now it's a lot less. Um, oh, Dan Lee, how's it going? How's it going? Dashy is our existence. Puddin Cheek says, "What's up, Omi fam?" Yo, Puddin Cheeks, how's it going, fam? I hope you're doing well. Alex says, "Randy, please no more Loki conversations." Well, since you brought it up, I feel like I am Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls, where she always wants to constantly talk about Regina George, and when she's not talking about Regina George, she wants other people to bring up Regina George so that she can talk about Regina George. Um, yeah, so I have been scouring the app for a good deal on another Loki. Now I've gone pretty hardcore, and I think this might have been a folly of mine. I have 28 commons. Again, they're just the commons, and I did this for a couple of reasons. One, because if they're under retail, I think that's kind of silly. But there's 9,800 of them. There's almost 10,000 of these that were made. I could literally, like, am I Captain America in any Marvel movie? Because I could do this all day. Like, I feel like I'm taunted by the play that they did in Hawkeye. Or like, I can do this all day. It's really stupid, but it's really fun. It catches it anyway. I could do that all day and buy so many of those. And right now, it's just not that popular of a character. I think it will be, because Loki was at the time the most watched series on Disney Plus, at least for Marvel. I think Mandalorian probably got a little more watch hours. But I do believe in the future, between the Pet Avengers and between the Young Avengers, Alligator Loki will be a big character. But like I said, I think buying 28 of these commons, even if it was under retail, short term was probably I don't say a mistake. Short term, I think there's definitely a lot of other things I could have chosen to do. But in the spirit of that, taking a look at the mints low to high, again, not the cheapest one, but the lowest mint number is number 46 that I can get for $2,000. So let's say 35, let's say 30, times 28, let's say $840. I probably should have not done that and maybe put that towards, a sub 100, because there's only 5 sub 100s on there, and number 85 you can get for $900. So I probably should have done that. But we'll go to the secret rare, which is because I have 11 of the secret rare. That's my big thing. Um, Currently the floor is 1,050, and at 1,050, the cheapest one, the sub 100, is number 73 at 4,700. So that's not really worth it for me right now. Yeah, that's it. Like that, the next cheapest one is number 66 for 5,100. I have number 60, but I don't want to. I want number 69. I would trade 60 for 69, but I do want a number like, number 40s. What we got here? Will Lenahan, what's going on? How's it going? David Rose's mom says, "What it do, baby? What's going on?" Dylan says, "Seen Pride pump to 13K with 35 listings back, then went to 6K with 100 listings." So here's the thing. Maybe I should make a video like Reso versus Pride. Reso all day. If you have a Pride, to sell it for Reso, in my opinion, not financial advice. And why I'm saying that, I'm not saying that Pride can't get to 20 or 30 plus $1,000 or even higher. But what I think that generally, or as a rule, the first of any, I made it into Crypto Far West, his second video, by saying the first of anything is going to be worth oodles of cash. So why I sold a lot of my other first appearance, Nightwings, Robins, like those things. Why? Is because that's not in the first set. Everybody loves Snorlax from Pokemon, and Pidgeot's a fan favorite as well. They were both on Ash's team, but they're in the jungle set, not base set. Or what about, let's say, Gengar? Gengar's pretty awesome. Dragonite's the first pseudo-legendary that we had in Pokemon, but they're in the fossil set. They're not in base set. Base set is where the money's at because it's the first. Or not the first that the cards were made, just the first set that was really popularized in America. And when you take a look at the first set on Veve, like, there's only 1,750. That is a stupid small amount. A stupid small amount. And there's no other option. There's no cheaper option for them. Like, for first edition Charizard PSA 10, yeah, they're hundreds of thousands of dollars because there's only 121 of them. But there's like well over 1,000 of the PSA 9, PSA 8, 7. There's thousands, multiple, like thousands. And then even if you don't want to spend thousands, okay, well, get Shadowless. It's the same exact artwork, except it doesn't have that first edition stamp. And yeah, there's thousands of those. And even if you don't want to pay hundreds and you want to pay, like $50 for a Charizard, you can get an unlimited. Get something that is maybe got some, edge wear on the back, and there's whitening on the back, but the front looks good. You can get a nostalgic Charizard for $50, not even, and just put it in a binder, and it looks great. You don't have that option with this first set in digital format. There's not like, oh, you know what? There's Eddie Riso. Let me get discount Shadowless Eddie Riso. That doesn't exist. So I think, and why I chose a second Eddie Riso outside of a second, third, and fourth Todd, or for two more Todds, is because I think there's more room for Eddie Riso to grow because of the market cap. The market cap, if you take a look at, let's say, let's do 7,500, times, let's say 3,600, because that's the floor. That's about 27 million for, the Todd McFarlane. But let's say about, 9,000, times 1,750, many of which are never going to be seen. That's only $15 million. So the market cap for Todd is already a lot higher. And also, we can, just between Lewis Morgan and one other person that I know, X out 50 of them that are never going to be sold. That they're just not going to be. My two, I might sell mine. I might sell one of mine. But again, one of mine's going to go into my museum in the Veveverse. So that's a lot of things that I have. Maybe if I got good deals for some of them now, yeah, you know what? I could put this money to use. I could do things with that money. But once Omi moons, I'm not going to need to do that because I have no money. Or I have so much money because of Omi, or I will anyway. I won't need to do that. If anything, I'll be sweeping the floors. And that's the other thing you have to, I feel like not really anyone's talking about, is the addiction point of this. I have like $2,000 left between both my business accounts and I have to pay rent in a couple days. And why am I still putting money into this app? Because it's an addiction. I have an addiction. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I have an addictive personality. And what's going to happen when suddenly I have like $8 million when this is 6.5 cents, and then I could just sweep the floor on anything that I want? I'd like to tell you that I would be like, no, I'm going to be responsible. I'm only going to put in 1% of my money towards it. It's going to be a lot more than that. It's going to be, and I represent a whole bunch of people. Like, I've seen it where I used to work at a pizza place, Animal Hospital, all in the same strip. This mini shopping mall area, and there was this guy named Ahmed who used to work at the stationery. I'd buy scratch offs from, because I like it. That's not, maybe that's where my addiction started, but I guess why it never got too bad is because I saw someone literally win like thousands of dollars on a scratch off ticket, and he gave it all back. Like, he's like, all right, now I got some money. All right, give me this, give me number 10, give me 5, number 1. And it's like, Jesus, tap dancing, Christ, how many people that I guarantee you at some point Veve has to put, like, if you have a problem, call this number. If you need help, call it, because I see it already with myself, not including the people that maybe don't have as much willpower as I do. So yeah, a lot of these, especially, and at some point I think I might get rid of some other things that I don't really like, as not even ones that I don't like, things that I like. Let's see where we got, and I know I'm kind of rambling a lot on here, but I feel like this is kind of important information. I like my Kripken set, even though I sold one of them. But like, outside of this app, has anyone ever heard of Kripkens before? Probably not the best bang for your buck. But I think some others will probably, like, I think it's probably better to sell that set and maybe get, like a Groot or a Deadpool or something like that. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion. When the Pride, yeah, now it's because people were already paying, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 for that Pride, and now it's like 6,000. Well, it might not be a bad idea to get that again, because people are already willing to pay that price. Why do I have 3 secret rare storms where not even close to like my favorite character? I love and appreciate Storm for the barriers that she broke and what she did, but why do I have 3 of them? Just because they were undervalued. Just because I saw people pay $3,000 for Storm when they first came out. They were listing them, boom, people were buying. They were buying all the way down. I wasn't. I waited till 1900. I bought one, and then I saw one for $749. It's like, this is the first appearance secret rare, so I bought one, not because like I'm super in love with Storm. Y'all know I would love to buy another secret rare Alligator Loki, but I didn't. I bought her, and then I saw number 43 at 2,500. So of course I bought that too, because I think that was very undervalued. Again, it's not even because I like her. It's just because I think that is a great deal. And I think that Pride right now is probably a decent deal, not because I'm in love with the artwork, even though the artwork is very good. I think that it is and also, everyone, if you can like the video like I just did, that'd be pretty great. That'd be really cool. All right. I think just because people are already willing to pay double of what Pride is right now, might not be a bad idea. Well, Boba says, I saw $4.99 Rare Groot number 83, but didn't pull the trigger. Really? Oh, who got that one? I will take another look at that in a second. Ooh. Well, I see. I got a best offer here for my Masaki Omastar. I think this should be no less than $2,500. Offer for $1,325. I could put that to good use, because even if this is, like, let's say it takes a couple months for this to go to $2,500, like, maybe for me to get what I think it's worth, this is probably okay right now for me to take this, maybe net, $1,000, and then, well, put another couple hundred into the Veve app, or maybe, just buy another, 100,000 Omi. That's probably the best thing would probably be to buy more Omi. So I'm just I'm gonna accept. So I accepted the offer, um, and once they pay, I'll send it out tomorrow. Good times. Wubba, yeah. I should have pulled it. Dan Lee says, "Who's buying stamps here?" I'm not, but my girlfriend actually bought a stamp earlier today. I think she bought a rare. Yeah, she bought a rare. Colwell said, or sorry, Seawall says, "What about 420 mints? Those are probably very good as well for the memes." I spent, this is so stupid. The common and the ultra rare alligator Loki. I spent $1,000 on each one because they were number 69. So it's a common alligator Loki, and I spent $1,000 on number 69. That's lunacy. I could have got a secret rare for that, or close to that. But I got it for the memes. Ultra rare, same thing. Got it for the memes. David Rose's mom doesn't care for stamps. Stanley says, Jesse Trey says, finally flipped to a Superman today. Yo, congrats. I think Superman is very, very safe. Very, very safe. Dan Lee says, maybe I'll buy some Coke Globes. Nice. Jesse Trade says, it has a forever home now. Good for you, Jesse. Good for you. David Perez says, Superman, a set in itself. First appearance, only one version. Not 3 or 4 like some other first appearances. 8,888 editions, undervalued. So David Perez thinks it's undervalued. I think it is. I mean, I think most things on here are probably undervalued, but I think because of the, it's not in season 1, but it does complete a set. Which again, if you're looking to complete sets, the best bang for your, I think Superman's actually one of the worst bangs for your buck, just because he's an uncom. So it's better to get a Peggy Carter, Captain Britain, because she's a rare and she costs like $200. So if you want like the Master Collector Program points, you get that. It's a lot less expensive. But again, that's just for Master Collector Program points. For actual worth and value, if the Todd is worth more than double, almost triple of what Superman is worth, and it has maybe 1,300 less mints, then I think Superman probably could go to $2,000 at some point. And I'm not talking about like a year in the future. I mean, like, the next couple months. David Rosmanos at Jesse. Nice. Well, says, what do you think Deadpool isn't moving now that the holiday drops are over? This is where I think we are seeing I don't say immaturity because that's the wrong word. Where I think you're seeing the youth in the app. I'd love to know the ages that download this, because I feel like a lot of people that are older with a little bit of money, they know who Deadpool is, but they know that like I don't say the old folks, the older people with a lot of money are probably going to go with classic stuff like Partner Statue or Mickey or the first Batman or Superman. And Deadpool's been around for a little while, but it just doesn't have that. Now, granted, if they make another Deadpool movie versus another Superman movie, well, the Deadpool movie's probably going to make more money. I mean, it's just there is that's not really fair for the character, though. That's just, although I don't know, that's Ben Affleck I loved as Batman. He was just given not that great a script. Some other people that work with Marvel, maybe they're not the best actors or whatever, but they're given great scripts and they're given, great. That the world we live in now is just Marvel just takes like Spider-Man literally made $1 billion with a B as in Bravo in 11 days. $1 billion. Like, I don't think any DC movie has ever done that. Batman v Superman, which is based off like 3 different storylines they tried to do. Marvel does that time and time again. So, why I'm not concerned about these, but it's just, I think it's really more about the character. I think Deadpool will rise as more and more people get on the app, especially as people like us in late 20s and early 30s start to get more money in the future. That's something that they would probably want. But again, right now we do have to remember that a lot of people that are on this app, and obviously not everyone, but I think a pretty strong minority, it's like maybe they only have a couple $100s. Maybe they don't work. Maybe they just don't make that much money, and they like certain things. And do you want like, hey, Deadpool's cool, but I would rather, let's say some people would rather get like a Blossom or a Buttercup for, you get those for a couple hundred, and you get something that maybe you're a little more nostalgic for. Deadpool, unless you really read comics in the '90s, really not nostalgic. I'm a little nostalgic for him because I read him when I was like a teenager, and I liked him before those got out, but he doesn't have that nostalgic power that, like, let's say Powerpuff Girls do, or that people watching the Batman the animated series do from the '90s, or Storm from X-Men. Yeah, Storm is that's stupid undervalued, or anyone of the X-Men because of that '90s animated show. Spider-Man, same thing. The '90s was such an amazing time for animated shows, at least superheroes. But I think Deadpool will take some time because he's not. I don't think he's like nostalgic yet. This Trey says thank you. Peter Mills has just bought number 44. Oh, you bought that. Oh my God, that was you that bought that. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. I was eyeing that, and I didn't have the gems, but that was one of the examples I was going to give. Good for you. Nothing like Vsauce says, what's an NFT? What's going on, man? I guess the short version of it is for Veve, it's a premium digital collectible. The metadata is confirmed on the blockchain. No two are the same. They're unique, and they're hella cool. Very disruptive. Free man on earth says, Randy, be my friend. I'm everyone's friend. Thank you for saying I rock. Justin says it's the sub 100 common measure in collecting. Let's start saying under 500. That way, more of mine will be worth more. It's just that if you have, let's say, like 28,000 of something, like common Groot. Yeah, the 3-digit ones are going to be fine. Even Superman, with almost 9,000 editions. I had a 624, and I sold that for like 2,400, and then I went and bought a Superman for like 1,400. So yeah, the 3-digit ones definitely can have a premium. AT says no, the animated Labicorn. Okay, so the animated Labicorn. Let's take a look at that. I don't even have those. Oh dear. All right, let me go to the brands. Is that a Jermaine Rogers? No, it's not Jermaine Rogers. Or it's not Choices anyway. Let's talk about the Labbits. There we go, Rank Kozik. And he said it was it was the animated. Okay, hang on. So there's 167 on the market. There is, okay, so there's 3,800 or almost 4,000 made. 390 is the floor. And what did you say you had? Number 42 is the one that you said you had. Number 42 is $7,900. Well, I think if this was a Marvel one, that's a lot. I mean, that's the cheapest one in the 40s. But you have number 56 that you can get for 2,700, and that's not bad. That is really not. That's not bad at all. But again, that's not bad for the top, for that thing. Number 98 you can get for $2,000 or $2,000, $1,999. Again, I hate it when people do that. So I don't. Again, the Labbits. If you want the cheapest, if you want the number 41, if you want the lowest mint, well, that's the lowest mint you can get, and the next cheapest one you can get isn't in the 40s; it's in the 50s. So, but again, that's the Labbit. So I'm gonna give him shout out saying that if you want the lowest mint number, well, then that's the cheapest one in the 40s, and the next, but the next one you have. 2,700 for 56. So, I think you can probably sell that if you lower it a bit. Like if you put it for 5K, I think that might sell. Oh yeah, and my item sold. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Gotta package that up later. Super Duper Hank says, hey Randy, how's it going? Feeling under the weather here? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, everyone got sick. Corey says, what do you mean by purchasing gems elsewhere? I mean by like if you purchase it on like the tertiary market and you say like, oh, hello, Mr. Like, let's say if I'm escrow or something and I say like, hey, somebody else wants to, buy like 1,000 gems for like $700 or whatever. Someone sends me OMI or whatever, and then as soon as the OMI hits my account, okay, send the gems. So then, I can do that. You can do that. You can get gems for like, I think 30% off. I think. Don't quote me on that. Maybe even more, depending on the amount. Louis Tomeo says, I got ultra rare and common Christmas stamps on the drop. Worth completing the set. I mean, so what I would do again, just because I don't, stamps I could, give or take. I don't really care. I would go and complete the set just to get the points, and then knowing that you made money on because again you pay $6 for them, so knowing that you made money, I would immediately then sell it, the whole set. That's what I would do. I would be like, listen, I could do other things with that money, put it to something that is probably going to grow a little bit more. Again, that's what I would do, just because I don't. Not that set won't grow over time. It, probably will, but I just like other things more than that. So that's what I would do. Tristan Martinez says, "Hey Randy, could you shout out my common Steamboat Willie, number 27,000 for 20, number 2,700 for 20,000." I guess I just did. Milham says, "Hey buddy." Brandy says, "What's up too?" What's up, Milham? Brandy babe. Hope y'all are doing well. Tristan Martinez says, "How did you find out about OMI?" So this is a story. What I did was, throat lozenges. Maybe I'll wait. I already flossed. I was heavy into Earth 2, and I still am. I still put money into Earth 2 every week. I was looking to see what their crypto would be, and I was looking, and they, at the time, we suspected that their crypto would be on the Go chain. So I was like, okay, let me look for a new crypto on the Go chain that's really high volume and it's really not worth a lot of money. And I find one called OMI. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't, I don't know if there has any use for it yet, because nobody was making any videos at the time. So I was like, okay, let me take a look and see. So I made a video saying like, is Earth 2 using OMI? And then I found out Earth 2 Mastery had suspected the same thing, and he had actually made videos. And then I found a video by Orion Crypto Trader explaining the tokenomics, and I was like, oh. So I immediately called my business partner. I was like, Dan, and I'm freaking out. I was just like, listen, there's a small amount, but every purchase that everyone does, people don't even know. They don't even know that OMI's burning in the background. They don't even see it. And it's like there's 3 different wallets that you get, and it's a burn wallet, and it exists. And I was like, and I knew I was sounding like a crazy person. And he's just like, all right, slow down. Try to explain it like a 5, and I just kept going. I was so excited, because I thought it was about Earth 2, and then I found out Alfred Archon was involved. I was like, all right, it's over. It's over. That's when I shifted my. At the beginning of the year, I was going to sell everything and buy Bitcoin, but then I realized that OMI is a much better investment in my opinion. So I switched. I switched my entire plan, and I was like, I'm going to sell everything and buy OMI, and that's what I did. So Frank says, listening while playing Shining Force 2 on Sega Genesis Collection on Steam. Nice. Me and a buddy were just playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 on Nintendo Switch. It was great. Director Wolf Dogs, is best order to watch all the Star Wars movies? Ooh. Honestly, I was showing my girlfriend Mandalorian, and she really likes it. The best order, it's probably just going to be watching Episode 1, watching Clone Wars, like the animated series, because those are really good. And to be honest, outside of some of the action scenes in the movies, Clone War, like the animated Clone Wars, is really good, and probably better than some of the movies. But then watch Clone Wars and then Attack of the Clones, or I'm sorry, watch Attack of the Clones, then watch Clone Wars, watch Rogue One, and then watch 4, 5, and 6, and then watch the Mandalorian seasons, and then watch 7, 8, 9. I don't know if the 7, 8, 9 will be retconned at all, but we'll see. So Burner Account says, what are your thoughts on low mint Spidey? Overvalued, undervalued? His floor is up near 500, but since dropped to near 320. I guess you're talking about the commons. Let's take a look here. Because the commons are... Hey, where'd he go? Okay. I think, yeah, I have a common. I don't know. I used to have like 2 or 3, but I sold a couple of them. Yeah, 324. I mean, clearly people will buy them for 500, but the low mint ones, yeah, you can't. The cheapest sub 100 is $6,000. And which actually might not be too terrible, because the next cheapest one is number 93 for 13,000. So if you buy that and then put it up for 10 or 12,000, or even matching the 13,000, yeah, put it up for although there's number 75 for 15,000, and nobody's buying that, or at least right now. So I don't know. I wouldn't pay that for that. If I'm gonna spend $6,000 on something, it's probably not gonna be a common Spider-Man. But yeah, that is my opinion. Is 2K a good price for a common Mickey sub 100? I think it depends on, but let's take a look see. Go to the drops from the last week or so. A common Mickey, so it's a jaunty jig. Well, there was almost 19,000 of them made. 1,100 are, so there's, okay, well, there's less than 10%. There's actually only like 6% on there, but still. So there's 490, and this is the common. So figure 500 for the floor. Condition low to high. 100 for the floor. And if you see one on there for 2,000, it might not be a bad idea to get it, because the next cheapest one, it would be 3,900, between 3,900 and 4K for sub 100. So if you can see one on there for 2K, it's probably, yeah, it's probably pretty good. And I think that'd be a good deal. Right now, number 80 at 3,900 is the next best bang for your buck. And then after that would probably be 58 for $6,000. So yeah, if you can get a common for $2,000, I think that's a pretty good deal. Altman says, is it easier to sell 3 resos at 6K or 1 at 18K? Just curious what you think. Well, I'm trying to think what would be the one for 18K. Like how would that? Because if you have a sub 100 riso, I think that's going to be worth a lot more than 18K. Just my opinion. But let's see what we got here. What? No collectibles on the market. Get the fudge out of here. Go to the sub 100s. Yeah, the cheapest sub 100 is 60. So I don't know what you would get. 18,000. Price low to high. It'd probably be easier to sell 3 resos at 6K each. I think the market would buy that up very, very quickly. Yeah, I think. Oh, actually, you can get number 9. You can get number 97 for 30,000. No, that's not bad. 97 for 30,000 is not bad. That's not bad. David Gonzalez says, I have edition number 980 Joe Batman for snipe of 550. Any good? I gotta. The Joe Bat. That's from the series 1, right? Well, there's 5,500 of them. So let's take a look. When you sniped it for 550. Well, I'm looking here. The next 3-digit one is number 828 for 717. So yeah, you could probably flip that real quick. 5 something for. I put it at like 695 or whatever, and yeah, you could, if you wanted to flip that, make another $100-something, call it a day, or you can keep that, and that'll. I think at some point people will look for the 3-digit ones because they do already, and a lot of the floors will get slept on 3 digits as well. So yeah, I think that was a good deal. We are together. Have you seen the Pride low mints? Crazy prices. I have not, but they probably are. All chat is a special journey, so many different ways to make it with Veve and Akomi. I've been collecting what I like to what I like to later sell for Omi, but with the brands and the built-in fandom, I can't imagine selling. I know, it's addicting. All chat says, I value them so much because I love these brands growing up. I feel like they're literally making content for me. Yeah, they are. It's crazy how they're doing it. 305 Raider says, what up? Yo, what up? Whoa, says, my resale just sold at 10,300. Hope the floor dips a little so I can get back one big gamble. Yeah, I hope it does drop for you. I think there might be a squeeze if we can go and we see like a Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, or if they do, have like a Pokemon. For Boba Fett, I don't think we'll see a squeeze. If we do, it's not going to be from a Risso. I'd say Pokemon or Star Wars would be like a big one that you would probably see a squeeze for. Maybe like a Lion King, like Simba, Mufasa. I could see that maybe a little bit, but outside of that, I don't know how many more squeezes are going to happen. And if they do happen, again, what happens in squeezes? People with a lot of money pick up a lot of good stuff for cheap. So, yeah. Crazy Dan says, hey Randy, how's it going? All the best in 2022 to you and all the Omi homies. Thank you very much. There's a sell partners for a couple Steamboat, Ultra Rare, or Hill. I mean, like it's like in blackjack. Like, why would you let's say you have pair of kings. Why would you split a winning hand? You already have 20. You already got the the partner statue. I would probably hodl. Tristan says, how much do you think Superman could possibly be valued at next year? Well, Dan Lee says 2x. Yeah, I would say you can go, in the $3,000 range, just because, that's where the Todd is right now, and although again, Superman's not the first set, Todd's in the first set. It's so many layers to Todd. But I could say, yeah, I could see 3,000 for Superman, or in that range. Zodis says, Randy, what do you think the common 13013 Mickey Mouse? You'd have to find a really niche person to find that. So list it for what you want to, but I think for somebody to get that. Be like, oh, hey, I like this because it's, the numbers are, doing a thing. It's really, really niche. But either way, you got a floor, so good. Dan K says, Randy, what do you think about buying for MCP program, like rare comics for 2 points and top 5% for... like, how much are points worth to you? It depends how much you have already. If you only have, let's say, a couple collectibles and a couple of sets, it's really not going to matter. There's people that are going to outspend you no matter what you do. But, if you already have a lot of sets and, a lot of collectibles, and you're like, you know what? I think buying a bunch of, have a bunch of extra money. I think buying a couple of these comics, a couple of these whatever, will, put me over the edge in gambling, waging my Mass Collector points every 6 months. I don't know. I just don't know if that's worth it, at least right now. I mean, I'm not doing that. But also, I'm not doing that because if I really do want anything, I could just pay for it with Omi in the future. So I think I don't think it's worth it for the amount of money you're probably going to spend, in my opinion. Doesn't say what I pick up. I picked up in the last couple of days a number 43 Secret Rare Storm and a number 51 Common Groot. And Eddie Riso. Brenzi's Ghost Bear, Hitmonkey, Valdo, Voltron, Easy Clap. So actually, a buddy of mine was talking about Ghost Bear today, saying that it's very low mint, and there's a couple of artists, and I guess he happens to think Luke Chu is, and I love Luke Chu. But I actually mentioned you when he said that. I was like, oh yeah, a buddy of mine, Brenda Z, has a bunch of the commons. And yeah, it's weird. We like the same things. I love Hitmonkey as well. I made like a 2-hour podcast of why I think he'll do very well, especially because the series I think is going to do well also. Valdo, I'm not sure. Voltron, I think when the fandom gets in. Yeah. Ruben says, should I sell my Secret Rare Spider-Man for Omi? I mean, if you are going to sell something, I think I would sell many other things for Omi. For like Spider-Man, if I'm going to sell my NFTs for Omi, I'd rather sell almost every other NFT before I would sell Spider-Man for Omi. But if, let's say that's your only one, it's like, that's the only one that I bought, and you're not really into NFTs, and you just want the Omi, then yeah, I think Spider-Man is already $19,000. In order for Spider-Man Secret Rare to 10x, to tenfold, it has to reach almost $200,000. But for Omi, all it has to do is go to 7 cents. I think Omi is where it's at, in my opinion. Yeah, that's me. John says, whale out on the app, brother. Thank you. Bruno Falco says, Rare Voltron are very cheap. Floor's near 90. And get a sub 290, so 5% to get the boost on the MCP for 175. And sub 100 for around 300. Actually, not bad. About 3x. Okay. Dave Rose Mom says, Veve is so addictive. It is. CryptoK's most undervalued NFT at the moment is Givenchy Pride. I think that is undervalued just because of where it was. But I would say actually it would be Secret Rare Storm. And again, not saying that because I love her, not saying that because I have 3. Although, I'm not saying that she's undervalued because I have 3. I have 3 Secret Rare Storms because I think she's undervalued. Or, no, that's a lie. I bought one because I thought 1900 was a fair price. And then I saw another one at 745. This is less than half of what I paid for the first one. So I bought that one. And then, I bought a number 43 for 2500, which but I think there should be no Secret Rare that is for Marvel that is under $1,000. Every now and then, Secret Rare Alligator Loki will go below 1,000. That gets bought up very quickly. And then you have a bunch of Storms right now that are below that, which like I said, I think is really not showing the respect that Storm deserves. And it's not like she had like thousands of, it was 1,500 that were made. I probably should have bought more of her. I don't think they'll dip below 800 again. But again, now, okay. I thought it was 800, but it's 880 now. So it's a decent amount. Yeah. I think, hey, Ginferno's got one listed for $985. Good for you, Ginferno. And actually, yeah. So I honestly think it's Storm, in my opinion. But that being said, I think Givenchy, the Pride is undervalued and probably in the top 5 undervalued. Tristan Martinez says, how did you come about Omi and Veve? Well, I told you about Omi before. Veve obviously is connected with Omi. Carlos says, imagine if they become over pets in the metaverse, but we have to have the utility when buying the pass they're going to make. Dude, that'd be insane. If these things were like Neopets and, like they get better friendship stats as we spend more time with them, that'd be amazing. Will says, "Hi Randy, where do you buy your Omi? Bit4x is usually the easiest." Raji says, "Do I sell one of my two common Mickeys? If so, what would I buy for 500 to 600?" Again, I think though Mickeys are already winning hands. I think those are already something that are very good. And now I don't have any, but if I had some, I would not sell because they're already like I would sell. I think it would probably be better for me to sell some of my Adventure Time and Powerpuff Girls things to get one of those Mickey things. I don't think. Yeah, I don't believe selling those for if you're gonna sell those. I don't know. Again, maybe I don't. I wouldn't even say a Todd. I wouldn't sell those. In my opinion. Todd Shane says, "How many more Pokemon cards do you have left?" I have that one and like one other one, which is very very niche. So that could potentially be my last Pokemon sale, probably of the year, but probably of my life. Yeah. Hang on one second. I got a. I got a buddy of mine. I did an escrow for him, and he just sent me a tip. He sent me an alligator Loki. So now I have this is so great. Now I have 29 alligator Lokis. This is fantastic. So also I gotta thank him. Thank you so much. Excuse me. So part of the reason why I also have this many common alligator Lokis is because I think it would be really funny. I think it would be really badass. Excuse my language. If you could go and let's say they're like Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where your Pokemon can follow you. I think it'd be really cool to just roll up on places with like 30 alligator, like 30 dinosaurs, and just be like, I think that would be boss. So, yeah, it's silly, but I like it. Yeah, A-Rock before it's for Omi. Carlos says price prediction for Omi, I guess. I think we can hit 30 cents before the bear market next year. Muhammad Sufi says, something I always wonder, all these people playing crazy for low mint secret rare comics, but there's still 100 secret rare comics that have lower mints unreleased. Are those not valuable because they aren't minted yet? It's just they're not available. So, the ones that, they're just not there. So, I mean, because we don't have, like, I'll show you, if I go to the market, if I go to my listings, I actually have couple of comics listed. Like I have the Hitmonkey, the rare. I have number 192, which is like the 5th lowest or something like that, and I have Hitmonkey number 189, which is like the 2nd lowest or something like that. I think there's one more lower than mine. It's like 188, and it's like listed at 10,000. So I have the lowest ones, and then I also have the 4th highest. I have number 9,997 Hitmonkey listed for 1,000 because I think that, and Mr. Pag thinks as well, that the top mint numbers close to the last ones can be really good also. So I have those that I bought. I think those are good. But yeah, the first like 100 or 150, 100 whatever, they're just not available. Cause price prediction for the SBW Ultra Rare Steamboat. Oh God. Let's see how many there are. Ultra Rare. So there's a lot of them. There's 6,900 of them. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. But there's less than 10% of them on the market. It's already $5,100. It's just there's so many. So 6,900, and there's 51 of them, right? Okay, so 6,900 at 51, or 5,100 of them. I go with the partner statue, which is gold. It's not animated, but it's gold. There's a lot less of them, 4,300, and they're 12,000 out of the. Okay, so there's actually only 5% of the partner statues. I don't know. It's hard. I could say they could probably reach 5 figures. I would say that they are pretty. I could say that they could reach $10,000 next year. Whoa, buddy mine's got about $10,000 in Ethereum. Setting up a Bitfort's account now. Would you go all in on Omi or like 5K and then a Todd? Been on Veve since May, so I'm fully committed to this app. If I, it's hard to say. I think that Riso's are better than Todd's, but I think that if you buy $10,000 worth of Omi, you will be able to buy several of what you want next year. That's just my opinion. Moving on here. James White says, I think Steamboat Willie could be similar to Walt's market cap, which could put it about 7,500. Yeah, that's definitely doable. Crypto Kate says, big Deadpool guy. Anyone else? Probably the best Century Fox movie for. Yeah, he definitely is. Again, I love Deadpool. I cosplay as Deadpool. The lewds of mine that got leaked were me in a Deadpool mask. So, yeah, I love him. Those he says, I have around 190 gems. Would you buy a Captain Carter or a Groot Rare? And a common to complete the set. How many should I spend? It's hard to say. Captain Carter did make a very nice appearance in the What If series, and she'll probably make a couple of movies, but Groot's already in a couple of movies, and there's going to be a show called I Am Groot coming out next year. Wait, this is hard. But Captain Carter's not animated. Groot is animated. But other things can be animated in the future. I think it's a coin flip, but a lot of kids really like Groot. And as long as it doesn't come out that Vin Diesel had, because he's the voice of Groot, as long as it doesn't come out that he, did something horrible and they have to change the voice actor. Again, that's the risk you run with a lot of... And this is why I like Pokemon cards over sports cards. Because let's say you like someone, and then, as a sports guy, and then your favorite basketball player or baseball player, football player, they beat their wife, or they got a sexual assault thing, then all of a sudden that card's not worth anything. Cubone is not going to be, convicted of steroid use. Pikachu is not going to be convicted of betting on Pokemon matches. So I think because that is the risk you run with some of these, with the voice actors and the characters that play them. But having said that, that's really hard. If you're long-term hodl, probably Groot. But Captain Carter, there's a lot less of her. So I think in the short to mid-term, I think Captain Carter's probably the better one. But it honestly, it's a coin flip. That's really, I think Captain Carter might be better, but it's by this much. Again, it's a coin flip, and I could be 100% wrong. Momofly says, what do you think the price for common Steamboat Willie 409 is? That's what I'm doing all night. All right, common. Oh, fudge. All right, hang on here. Let's go back to the app. Let's go to the drops. He said common Steamboat Willie number 409. So again, there's 19,000 of these. 409. All right. So listen, if the floor is 490 and I'm scrolling for a while and I don't see a 3-digit one, and I'm only seeing 4 and 5-digit ones, through 550. So it's at least worth 550, but honestly, it could be worth a lot more. Okay, it's at least worth 570. Okay, it's at least worth 580. Okay, it's at least worth 590. All right, well, it's worth a lot more than the floor because I'm up to 600 right now, or $600, and I'm still not seeing any 3-digit ones. So I think you're probably good to go. And you could probably tell somebody, hey, I'm gonna sell this for like all right, now I'm even up to 640 right now. You could probably say $700, and someone would be like, yeah, it's fine. It's only 200 over the floor. And I think that's okay. I think that you'd be well okay to do that. Carlos says, look what Elon Musk just tweeted on Twitter about AI. Wow, I'm way behind on this. But okay, I will. Elon Musk. So much of AI is about compressing reality to a small vector space, like a video game in reverse. Physics formulas are rendering the rules. Yeah, are the rendering rules. Lex Friedman says the more complex the entities and pockets of reality, the harder they are to compress. Intelligent life, consciousness, love. Elon Musk says, yeah, smarter someone is, the harder it is to simulate / predict their behavior. Oh, that's good. Shibatoshi says, I wonder if the guys running the reality simulator are amused to see us trying to make our own simulator. Elon Musk says, now that the Webb telescope has been launched, they will have to spend more on rendering. God, this is beautiful. Physics is the law, everything else is recommendation. Elon Musk says, people are able to break any laws made by humans, but none made by physics. This whole thread is genius. I'm not even going to quote it. This whole thread is filled with such awesome knowledge. Kendo says, hey Randy, why do you sound a bit like Australian today? Maybe it's my voice? I don't know. No problem, Mike. I'm going to read the next question. I have the Uncommon Mickey mint number 100. Want to sell. How much do you think for should I sell? That's my poor attempt at Australian accent. Uncommon Mickey number 100. Well, take a look. See here. Go back in the Veve app. I should start charging like $1 for these questions. Also, be advised, guys. If I'm ever not on a stream, or if I'm not, I answer every single comment on YouTube. Any question you have, comment on one of my most recent videos, whatever the question is, and I will answer it. I won't be answering DMs anymore on Twitter, just because a lot of people say they have similar questions, so which I don't mind answering some of the same things, but that does get annoying. But it's really more for sometimes people ask really good questions. And I think that's something that should really be public information. Any question that asked that I say I really want to be public, because I don't want to have someone have like an advantage. I want it to be fair. So that's why. What was your thing? Uncommon Mickey, number 100. Okay, so almost 14,000 of them made. $600 floor. It's not a sub 100, but 100. Well, cheapest sub 100 is $4,200 or $4,250. And the ones surrounding you, number 99 is almost 10,000, and number 101 is 5,900. 106 is 37. So again, at 100, I would say, 4K might not be too bad to ask, but it might not sell for that. I'd say 3,500 it might sell for. because again, you can get a sub 100 for $4,250. So if you're going to spend $4,000, you might as well spend the extra $250 to get a sub 100 and not a 100. So I think $3,500 would be okay to ask for at 100. And if it doesn't sell, just shave off another 100 each time. I don't see. David said Mickey had Elsa or first Disney NFTs. Meet Kevin did a video. I did not. Actually, I have to take a look at that. Fine says one thing that might help Deadpool is the fact that he is the first Veve NFT to have music included in the animation. Didn't Ecto 1 have that? Well, that made noise. I guess just because something makes noise doesn't mean it was music. So yeah, it's a good point. JJ says Misaki cars are the shiz. I know, right? Lon says, can you figure out Omi to gems? No. If you have someone looking to liquidate gems, I'm interested. Chavez escrow equals 5-star rating. Thank you. NFT King James. Hey Randy, should I sell all of my Labbits for Disney Golden Moments collectible? Need the Pizza Planet truck to complete my set. Yeah. Even though I actually don't like the Pizza Planet truck, just because it's not nostalgic for me. In the future, 5 years from now, all of those Disney Golden Moments will be seen as like, no, those were the first Disney ones. I think, yeah. But yeah, I think Disney, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, none of these artists I ever heard of before the Veve app. Everyone knows Disney. And even if everyone doesn't know the Pizza Planet truck, like, no, you've seen it in this video here, like, and you could point to where they've seen it in the movies. So yeah, I would do that. Omi Home says, hey, love your content. What would you buy if it had 100, 500,000, 5,000 unlimited gems? $100, I'd probably just save it. 500, maybe a low mint, like Common Groot or something, or low mint Alligator Loki. $1,000 would definitely be a low mint. Well, $1,000 right now, honestly, I would get another Storm. I think she's undervalued. Again, not because I really love her, just because no secret rare Marvel first appearance should be under $1,000. Captain America is not even a first appearance, like the animated one, secret rare, and it's like $1,900. So Storm, yeah. No Marvel secret rare Storm should be under 1,000, in my opinion. 5,000, I would get a. I don't know. 5,000. 5,000. I don't have enough for reso, but I would trade some other things in, and I would find my way to get another another reso. King James says, should I go after any Season 1 collectibles? Yes. Definitely anything from the first set. That Batman Black and White Season 1. I think Marceline would be good for Adventure Time. Yeah. I think a lot. I think those would be good. Batman, Marceline, Adventure Time. Again, go to Adventure Time Funny Moments. There's a couple videos that have millions of views. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Rockin' It New York. So speculation on the next airdrop on hat. Please say Jermaine set holders. I thought about Labbits. I was gonna say probably be. I think it would either be like James Bond or Batman, because those ones have 5 sets. James Bond have 5 sets, and Batman have 5 sets. So I would have said that, but who knows? Maybe those are the ones that I think would be appropriate, because there's 5 of those already. But maybe artists, they would probably, hey, buy enough of these and you get one for free, something like that. That's what I would, yeah. Tony Ross says, would you rather have a 200 Mickey or 461 Nightwing? Well, which Mickey? Depends on which Mickey. Because again, right now Nightwing is worth $1,000, give or take. So I would probably Nightwing. Charleston Moore says 10 bands at Tony Dolce. Al Sansoni says, isn't resale floor 9,000? Yes, it is. I don't know, I forget what that's in reference to, but yes, it is. Deborah's mom says, give me that squeeze. Cryptoverse says, how's it hanging, Randy? Good to see you're doing better, my dude. Thank you so much, Cryptoverse. Charlie was the rich eat, honestly, for MCP points and everything, but that's not saying you have to have a lot of build up, a great collection to hold and see a good ROI. Yeah. Just in it for ROI, just get something that people like. Again, that first Batman set. Spider-Man. Yeah. Bunch of Spider-Man. Double C's, why is Omi on a Sendex like 10? They got hacked and they just never recovered. I mean, they're like better now, but they had to freeze buying and selling of Omi. This is why I never have Omi on an exchange. Tavern Size says, do we know how much we will lose transferring gems back to fiat? We don't know yet. Whereas Omi is definitely where it's at. The NFTs are fun and profitable short term. NFTs are very fun. Tony Thomas says, I've been able to get a collectible of anything in the last 2 weeks. Brutal, but nice to know a lot of people are involved. Yeah, I haven't had much luck either. Eternal Abel says, still holding my number 46 Secret Rare Storm. Dude, good for you. Good for you, mate. Let me take a look at the Storms again. Again, I don't have the money even to get the floor of the Secret Rares. Yeah, it is 137 in the market, and you have number 46 Storm. That's nice. Again, I have my number 43 listed for 15,000, just because I do think that is about what it probably should be worth. When you have someone like Lewis Morgan paying $50,000 for 37, Todd, that's one thing. But I don't know how low the Todds went. Like, can you get them from number like 25 and above? The reason why I like this, because we know with Storm, they only start at 41. So I only have 2 that are lower than mine. Honestly, if Omi moons when Omi moons, and I have and somebody posts number 42 or 41 for $10,000, might get it. And then set that for like a ridiculous amount. Set that for like $100,000. And then keep my number 40, and maybe even raise the price of my 43. I don't know. So the next, we get number 59 for 4,000. So yeah, I think number 59 for 4,000. You'd probably put yours for 10,000. People would look at like, well, number 43 is for 15,000, or I can get number 46 for 10,000. You'd probably do that, and if someone's looking to buy, they'll probably buy yours first. Bangers with Matt says, love your vibe, Randy. Thanks, man. Love you too. Trafalgar D. Suave says, I know you recently sold your Labbits, but how do you feel about them in the long run with breeding and all that? I think if we can get those to be breeding, those would be a great asset. The first ones able to breed would be insane. Jonathan Aaron says, I hope you're feeling better today. Thank you. R says, where can I get one of those Veve lights that all the creators have in the background? I don't think you can. I think they just said it. I have mine over there. I don't have a shelf. So. Sir Michaelo says, hi Randy, do you own any other crypto besides Omi? I do not. Matt says, hi Randy, do you see Superman going this year? Well, there's like a few days left, so not a lot difference. I sold my common uncommon Mickey for him because I like him way better, but now having doubts. Again, I wouldn't have sold Mickey, but again, Superman is a blue chip one. He's probably only going to go up. Allman says, so good to see you back and healthier, brother, but I gotta bounce. Peace. Tony Tonga 69, nice. Will Lenahan's, thanks legend, thank you. As well says, picked up Dr. Doom Mint 232 for $630. Thought that was sick price for the mint. Any thoughts? Yeah, let's take a look at the Dr. Doom. A, B, C, D, F, you, and your mom, and your sister, and your broke ass car, and the stuff you call F you and your friends that'll never see you again. Everybody but your dog, you can all F off. All right, going to Dr. Doom right now. There's like there's 5,000 of them made. Only 116 available though. And you said you got what number? Number 232 for 630. Yeah, the next lowest one is 352 for 649. So yeah, that's probably really good. Probably, yeah, I think that was a good buy. Good for you, mate. Carlos Cepeda says Pikachu definitely has a I love you, man. Well, it says Machoke definitely used steroids. Okay, says Wonder Woman is probably the cheapest and underrated blue chip collectible. Yes, she is very, very good. Long-term hold. Yeah, it's a first appearance of Wonder Woman. There is 10,000 of her, but that being said, less than 5% are on the market. 315. All right, so I see her going to $800 in the future. Like next year, I see her more than doubling. Wow, number 41 you get for 80,000. So what did I say? It was 314. What was it? I lost the. Oh no, I didn't want that. I want a low to high. Yeah, so 315 is the floor. And Jesus, 5K for number 53. This is where the floor doesn't matter because the lowest mints are going to be the most. Jesus, 5K for number 53. 4,600 for 67. 39. So basically 4K for 86. Yeah, the cheapest sub 100 is $4,000 for 86. And the cheapest sub 50 is number 49 for 7,900. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I see Wonder Woman going to $800 next year. It's yeah. What we got here? You understand? Says, what's up, Randy? What's your opinion on the value of Disney first NFTs in the app? The Simpsons, possibly undervalued or overvalued? I think that's definitely undervalued. It's got the signature on the bottom. It's the first one where you have a double, like where you have two characters. Now I know Walt Disney just came right after, but that was the first one where you have two characters, and it's a little violent too. He's choking, and Simpsons they're old and nostalgic, and they're still being made. Very, very again, Simpsons is one of those things where it was very, very controversial back in the day. Like, there was like Moms Against Simpsons. There were some counties in certain states that wouldn't show it. They said like, we're straying further from God. Kids being sent home for saying, "Don't have a cow, man." Literally, kids being sent home from school for saying, "Don't have a cow, man." What the fudge? The United States was very, very different 30 years ago. Congrats on 6K. Thank you. I have 6,000 subscribers now. Feels good. Smash that like button and subscribe, please. It says, which should I complete first? All the USP stamps or Coca-Colas, in my opinion? New York Patriot says, Throg for life. I think we are going to get a... what do you call it? I think we are going to get a Pet Avengers in the future. And I did a video on Pet Avengers. And... I think they're building up again. They have Throg, and they didn't give us Thor Throg. They did not give us that. They gave us Walter Simonson or Simon Walterson. Either way, they gave us that Throg. So I think that is very important. And I also think that Alligator Loki. I think that in the future, he either joins the Young Avengers with Kid Loki because Kid Loki is on Young Avengers. And I'm not talking about like even on the app. I'm talking about in the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that Alligator Loki either joins the Young Avengers with Kid Loki, or they go their separate ways, and Alligator Loki joins the Pet Avengers, or it can be in both. Again, there's some people that are X-Men and Avengers, and I think he could be both. Two different Avengers. Eternal says, and Wooloo says, Labbits set 3 undervalued right now, considering interoperability. Let me see the last Labbit set. So the ultra rare, I know somebody that bought it at like 1,000, and wow, you get it for $800 now. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. $800. There's a couple of these guys that have a couple of them. Kebab Master, TJ3s, Money Mansion. They have multiples. But let's take a look at the sub 100s. 800 for those, and then yeah, those are not crazy. It's 1,600 or let me guess, 1,690. No, 1,650. You can get a sub 100, but it's number 98. It's probably not the that's whatever. I like these guys. I think they're cool. I think they're festive. I think they'll be able to breed at some point, but it's whatever. I think it'd be really cool to say, oh, hey, most of the rabbits that are going to be bred, they'll come out of common, but you have a higher chance of getting an ultra rare if you breed an ultra rare with an ultra rare. So I think that can happen, which would be really cool. Burner counts as not mine, but there are 2 sub 200 common Mickeys for under 2K. Let me see. Let me take a look at this. Really? Drops? Yeah, let's go to drops. Now this had to be just recently because I didn't see this. Sub 200 common Mickey. Well, they're sub 200. And for under 2K. Let's take a look, see if that's worth it. Alright, so the floor is 500 still. Okay, and the cheapest sub 100 is 3,900. And the cheapest sub 200 is someone from Flubber. 143 is 2,000. That's 1999. So it's 2,000. And there's number 184 for 18, so 1,900. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I mean, it's a 3-digit one, and you're not really going to find that circling here, but I don't know if it's worth, 4x of what the floor is. Dylan says, let's all pump homie. We've tried. Eternal Abel says, I've seen someone with number 19 Todd. Oh, fudge, really? If you've seen someone with a 19 Todd, then I at that point, I don't know if number 37, I think 50,000 at the time right now is too much for that. But again, Lewis Morgan, who's younger, smarter, a lot more money than he's, who am I to say? He's got the money. So, he had a super chat from Aldous Havley. Says, what's your biggest drop for 2022 other than Pokemon? Big hugs. Merry to all. Big hugs to you. I would say it would have to be like a Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think those guys would be. And I hope they take care of them. I hope it's not like, oh, this is blue glowy or young Anakin. I want like dark, like badass. I want like James Earl Jones sounding Darth Vader. Yeah, so I think Star Wars is probably gonna be the big, that's gonna be one of the big ones. But my biggest one outside of Pokemon, this is not something, not a financial thing, something that I just really want, like headcanon. I want Pet Avengers. I'm only focusing on 3 things. It is blue chips, blue chip ones, Marvel, and Pokemon. I would get Bane, from DC. I think that'd be pretty good, pretty fun to get. Again, he's not. The reason I like him is just because I cosplay as him. He's one of the only, brown supervillains. He was also Batman for a time as well. Bane was Batman, so that was pretty interesting. Yeah, I cosplayed out, but that's not really fun. These aren't financial things. The financial thing, probably Pokemon, but yeah, Star Wars. Star Wars would probably be the best. Um, Transformers, Optimus Prime, which again, based on what Voltron did, Transformers probably wouldn't do so well. My Little Pony might. Again, any of the sub 100s will probably do well, but yeah, yeah. So those are mine. Those are my thoughts on that. I hope that helps. And if they get sports, like part of the reason why I didn't really get into Top Shot is because all the Top Shot moments are from the last few years. I want like old school, like Dennis Rodman and the Pistons beating up on Michael Jordan. I want like Scottie Pippen like messing with Tony Kukoc before Tony Kukoc joins there. I want like Larry Bird dunking on someone. Like, you can't dunk on me. You can't guard me. That's what I want from NBA Top Shots. I want like the badass 90s just, oh my God. That's what I want. So if we are going to get sports, I want like Joe Namath throwing like a 50-yard pass, just able to hit a dime. I want like the sack exchange from New York Jets in like the 70s, like Joe Klecko, Mark Gastineau. I want like the badass, like, oh my God, that's what I want. I want like the 70s Dolphins, the Killer Bees. I want, even if we go like the 90s, like Vinny Testaverde, Wayne Corbett, Keyshawn Johnson, that's the type of, I really want, I'm a Jets fan. So that's what I want. If we are going to get sports, and if we do get it, I hope we get 90s basketball. That was real basketball. Hope we get WWE. I want Eddie Guerrero frog splashing off of a 15-foot steel cage onto John Bradshaw Layfield. I want, Kurt Angle trying to get Eddie Guerrero in an ankle lock, but Eddie Guerrero loosened his boot, and Kurt Angle rips off the boot. He's like, what the fudge? And he goes to get Eddie, and Eddie gets him in a small package. 1, 2, 3, and Eddie Guerrero does it. He beats Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20, defending his title after winning it from No Way Out from Brock Lesnar just 2 months prior. That's what I want. I want awesome moments like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on here. Where was I? Mike says, how long for more MTL before SEC starts knocking on these guys' doors? Trust me, SEC is not knocking on any doors. At least not theirs. We'll start getting more MTL next month. It probably won't be fully fleshed out until Q1 or Q2 of next year. Boo says 112 Doom is selling for $8.95. Oh man, let's take a look at Doom then. That really hurt my throat. All right, Marvel Mighties. He said number 112 Doom. 95. Well, if he's selling for why am I not able to see his collectible? All right, so 475, and he was selling for like 550, 600 at one point. So we'll say 495. Wow. Cheapest Doom I see is like number 67 at 4,500. Oh no, I'm sorry. Number 84 for 1,500, 1,499, but 1,500. Okay. Y'all want to know what's stupid undervalued right now? There is a sub 100 Doctor Doom, number 84 for $1,500. It's from TT20. $1,499, so $1,500. Once you buy that, the next cheapest sub 100 is 12 mints higher. So not 12 mints lower, like number 60, then number 72, but it's 12 mints higher, number 96 for 3,300. Actually, it's 33.33, so 3,333. So it's like 800 some. I'm sorry, $2,800 higher than it's more than double. So that number 84, Doctor Doom for 1,400, in my opinion, is stupid undervalued. That's an ultra rare, so it should be about 4x the price, and it's not. It's only it's like triple. Again, the next cheapest one after that is number 96 for 33.33. And then the next cheapest one is 4,500 for Yeah, 4,500 for 67. So that for it honestly, guys, if any of you have 1,400 gems or are able to get that is I only have 200 like 300 gems, so I can't get that. But if I were you guys, if I had 1,500 gems right now, I would get that in a sec. That's not even a hard call. In a second, in 1 second, I would get that. Please, somebody buy this, and please, someone comment down below if you bought that. Taco says Mike in 2 years. I don't know what that means. Bangers with Mass says MTL is here. I can cash out as I was one of the earliest app users. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you, Bangers. Matt says, what would you pick? Bart's skateboard or Uncommon Mickey? Probably Uncommon Mickey. James also, I saw that at Boo. Almost sold some stuff. Grabbed that one, but 232 at 630 seemed like a steal to me. Dude, the Doctor Doom one is going to be the best one. That Doctor Doom number 80, what is that, 86 or 84? Yeah, 84. Somebody please go grab that. Bangers Masses, I haven't used the feature, but I have filled out the KYC. Nice. Says content creators are doing a bad job all around representing the community. Literally pulled their pants down for a cheap box of t-shirts. I think I'm doing a amazing job. I think I'm doing a very good job at trying to explain. I'm gonna pat myself on the back, sure. Every time news comes out, outside of the last couple of weeks, I've been sick. I'll make a video, I'll do live, I answer every single question. So yeah, I think I'm doing a fantastic job. Banger says, last week I got the MTL. Nice. Says, I'm not cashing out any gems, no need, good for you. Burner counts the at Bangers Smash. Did you really? Yeah, he did. Charles Delgado says, won an auction, Ultra Rare Storm, number 343 for 245 gems. Really? Okay, let's take a look at the Storm here. Again, Ultra Rare Storm, number 3, so 245. So there are 3,600 of her, and she's 229. Oh, wow. Yeah, not bad. Oh, God, hiccups. Right, moving on here. Burner count was feels like. Yeah, I also know 2 others. Oh, so there's a bunch of people that got it. Good. Brendan Z says, always nice to end the night out with a Randy stream. There you go, buddy. Brendan Z, if you have 1,400, dude, sell some Ghost Bears or whatever. Please go grab that Doctor Doom. I wish I can grab that right now. I'm gonna go there, back to it, and I'm going to hope that this ultra rare Doctor Doom. Oh, so the floor is 475, so the floor is actually going down. Yeah, guys, number 84. It's 1,500. Please, somebody get that. That is stupid cheap. Nobody gets it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's stupid cheap. New York Patriot says, just love the way Throg looks because he reminds me of Glenn the Frog from Chrono Trigger. Oh, very good. Whatever makes you like him. Top Killer's wondering when match started Veve. Banger says, I said it's available to me, but I'm not cashing out any gems, and he started in March. Good for you. Brendan Z is wondering how many gems he had when he earned access. Taco says, I started in April, rip, 1 month later than you. Bangers Mass says, he didn't have any gems, hence why I haven't cashed out, but I'm not planning on cashing out. I'm planning on spending more gems. Same. Mike says, Mash, what are the fees? And I guess Bangers doesn't know because he's never taken out. Taco says, not cashing out a single gem on there is so much money to be made. Agreed. Renzi says, did they email you when you were granted access, or you just noticed? Just noticed it within the app or something. Yeah, Banger says, yeah, Mike, he doesn't know the fees. He hasn't cashed out yet. And Alice Havley, that $5 super chat said, what's your biggest drop for 2022 other than Pokemon? I think Star Wars. I think if we get WWE, I don't want new stuff. I don't want modern recent stuff. I want old school stuff. 90s basketball. I want like 90s, football, 70s football. I want like old school wrestling also. Mike said he was in Veve in 2020. Interesting. Bang said filled out the KYC, so now verified. That's why. Maybe other people didn't fill it out. Oh, whoa. David Rose's mom says Brock has the 19, Todd. Jesus, man. Jesus. Talco says, how much is your gem wallet? Brendan Z says he has a full set. Yeah. Bangers Mass says Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z would be great. Love my Dragon Ball Z. Brendan Z says Transformers is better than Voltron. Agreed. Still doesn't mean it'll do that well, though. So I am a little nervous for it. Alon says, first appearance Joker or Bart Simpson? Or Bart and Homer, or like a Bart and Homer versus first appearance Joker? It's just that there's a couple of Jokers, and there's probably going to be a couple more. But that, Bart and Homer Simpson one is... Well, I have both. I have a first appearance Joker, and I have a Bart Simpson one. Bart, Homer Simpson one, they have a signature at the bottom. But that first appearance, that's hard. I don't know. Coin flip right now. Craig says, good video, legend. Thank you. Alan says, go bots. Alan says, Maradona's Hand of God goal 1986. That'd be a good one. Brenzy's laughing. Jose Hernandez, what about Socios? I don't know what Socios is. The one says, I want an Iron Man. And I am Iron Man. Snap. I don't know if we're actually gonna get moments, guys. Jesse says DBZ for sure. Mike says he was in BB for this first drop. But Mike, did you fill out the KYC? Boo says 112 Doom is a steal. Yeah, I mean 112. Yeah, but then you have 156 for 820. Again, 112 is 895, and 156 is 820. And yeah, those are good. 248, it's another 3-digit one for 650. So you have a bunch of 3 digits that can be low. Yeah, actually yeah. So those are the lowest. But I still that 1400. Did someone buy it? Thank you. Somebody bought it. Somebody bought that number. Yeah. Okay. Whoever bought that, thank you so much. That is gone. That ultra rare Doctor Doom for 1400, number 80, 84, 80 whatever. It's gone now. So thank you to whoever bought that, because that was too cheap. Toby Masculino says, I hope MTL comes with a big exchange to fight the potential drop in prices. Yeah, I mean, they should come around the same time. LNS 160 Doom is 1K. That's fine. There's you can get cheaper ones. Renzi says, I would sell you the pair of matching 300 Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Doom Duo. I don't have the funds. Dab Bizelle says, are you still doing escrow services? Asking for alt. Yes, I do services with that. Pag says, yo, brother, so glad you're still awake. Yes, I am. If you're looking for if it's one of, am I still messaging? Yeah, I have like a bunch of messages blocked up. But if you want, shoot me a message, Pags. Or is this Pags? You interested in the lowest mint secret rare Hitmonkey at 216? Well, that's not is that the lowest secret rare mint, Brendan Z? Because that's not the lowest mint like ever. I have 2 of the lowest mints, 192 and 189, but they're rare in the common. But if you have the lowest mint 216, that's pretty sweet. Oh, Charles Delgado got that Doom. Good for you, mate. Good for you. All right, to invest, his thoughts on secret and ultra rare comics, undervalued, given the scarcity in mass collectible. The points, I'm not really factoring that into price right now. But some of the secret rare comics are stupid low. They're stupid scarce. And yes, I think a lot of those are undervalued. Toby Masculinus, Secret Rare Storm and Rare Groot are undervalued. I remember Spider-Man going under retail, kind of the same scenario. Yeah. I think that... See, the issue is with Groot, even the rare Groot, it's that I get it. There's a lot of kids that love it, but there's 10,000 of them, 9,888, pretty close to 10,000. And like 9% is for sale, which means it really hasn't been selling well. I got one for 143. It's 129 now. 129 is pretty low. The cheapest one is number 45 for like 4K. Or I'm sorry, the lowest one, 4K for number 45. You can get number 65 for 1,000. Actually, you can get number 94 for 549. That's really good. Get number 94 for 549. I don't have the funds to buy it. I'm short by like a couple hundred, but that's again, it's for a rare, so that's really not bad. But the issue why I'm not buying it is because, okay, well then the next cheapest one is literally 6 gems more expensive, so it's 555. It's not like that ultra rare Doctor Doom where 1,400 was the cheapest, and then the next cheapest was like 33. So 1,500 to 30. That's 28. 2,834 gems more expensive, where the next cheapest one is 6 gems more expensive. And then the next one after that is 45 gems more expensive. So you have to buy a lot to really raise that floor. But that being said, let's say you put in like $1,604, you buy up the 92, 94, and the 97. Then the next cheapest one is number 65 for 1,000. So, would you rather get 3 that are all in the 90s? Or would you get one that's 65 for 1,000? Because then the next cheapest one is, I think, 1999. At that point, just spend, 26,000, spend 2,600. Yeah. So 1,604 gems. So 2,604 gems. You get 4 of the, sub 100s, and then the next cheapest one is $2,000. Oh no, I'm sorry. Then it goes to 1,400. Yeah, it gets tricky. It does get tricky. And at that point, why not just spend? I don't know. It's hard. But I do think some of these are undervalued, but only slightly right now, just because there's a cluster of them. Now, that being said, you could have 3 people. Like, you could have, I guarantee you, Mr. Pags saying like, yeah, okay, well, that's nothing to me. I'm gonna buy up all of these that are under. Again, I say secret rares in general should not be under 1,000. So Storm is definitely very undervalued, and that's a secret rare first appearance. But these are the sub 100 rares that are about, let's say, what's 127 times 4? So 127, about 496. So this is about 5x. Ultra rares are usually about 4x. So rares are probably going to be like 5 to, if, say commons are 10x, the sub 100s are 10x of common floors, then these should be maybe about 6. So yeah, the 549, the 555, and the 600 are probably all really good deals for the rare Lego. Because again, even if that floor doesn't rise that much, there's only so many of these sub 100 mints. There's only 60 of them. So yeah, I think those are probably good deal right now. But if I only had, let's say, like 800 gems, am I going to get a secret rare Storm or a sub 100 rare Holiday Groot? I would probably opt to get that secret rare Storm. But yeah, they're both animated. With Storm, you have so many other options. You have the ultra rare or the rare or the uncommon, the common Groot. Coin flip. Keenan says congrats to Charles. Yeah, congrats to Charles Delgado for getting that amazing deal on that ultra rare Doctor Doom. Jesse Trades says DBZ. Bro Yumi says, did you see Sergio Roberto has Captain America? Another sign Veve is undervalued. No, I'm not sure what that is. Safa Traco says, interested in Cthulhu number 286, season 1? Nah, I'm good. Morning Count says, at Charles Delgado, congrats. Now what do I do with the gems I added to my account? I don't know. I guess I just gave you a few more options. Dreamlife TV says, do you think common and uncommon Steamboat are good to stack up on a stable blue chip to increase. Yeah. I mean, there might be stuff that are better, but that's very, very safe in my opinion. That's a safe one. Again, blue chip doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to give you the greatest ROI. It just means that it is safe, and it is, one of the, that's always going to be in demand. It's always going to be very liquid. Um, yeah, and you can tell by what the Walt statue is doing. That they're probably going to do pretty well. Tavern Side Guide says, I feel Recur will have My Little Pony first since I already have a licensing deal. Does Recur have Hasbro? Again, if they're JPEGs, I'm not going to buy it. If they are 3D digital collectibles, yeah, I want a Rainbow Dash with karate kick in action. Carlar says, explain Dashi, please. Dashi is our god. There is no other god but Dashi, and I am Dashi's prophet. No, Dashi is just my. Remember when Gandalf in Gandalf the White goes, he's like he calls on Shadowfax, and then Legolas is like, that is something something unless my eyes are cheated by some spell, and Gandalf says, he has been my friend for many whatever adventures or ages, and that's what Dashi is for me. Dashi protects my house when I'm not at home. Dashi brings all of us luck for the drops. Me and Dashi had some good times. Been through some good and bad times together. James Wall says, dang, I brought up Doom and we're on a Doom craze now. You're welcome, brothers. Snag those deals. James says, if I had seen that 84 min, I would have put in more gems for him. Too late now, though, rip. Yeah, man, Doom. What did Doom do since then? And again, him by himself is probably, I have one. I have all the Marvels. Dr. Doom. Yeah, it's the floor and down, and now, no, what's Doom at? The next cheapest one is number 96 for 83. So somebody got 80. Yeah, he got 84 for 1,500. It's bananas. But now if you want something close, 95. Yeah, I don't know. The sub 100s are really those ones that do it for me. Daniel Santiago says, I have Uncommon Marvel comic number 1, number 791. Should I hold or sell? How much can I sell it for? All right, Uncommon Marvel comic number 1. That could go for a lot. Hang on. Let me take a look-see here. An Uncommon Marvel number 1. Edition low to high. You said you have number what? 791? Honestly, the cheapest sub 1,000 of the Uncommon is 4,500. Oh no, I'm sorry. 538 is 4,900 as well, which is really interesting. So I would say you could probably sell it for a couple grand, but I would hodl right now. And we got All Crypto King says, what's the best platform for us to talk on? If you're doing, I want escrow, just Twitter. Message me on Twitter. I'll do escrows on Twitter, and that'd be the best. Link down below at Real Randy Chavez. And where we'll have beforehand. So yeah, number 791 for the Uncommon. Again, I would say the cheapest is number 538 at 4,900. So it's probably, well, actually it's 5,000. So it's 49.99. I would say, yeah, you could probably list it for 4K. Maybe 4,500. But I'd say 4K because if someone's going to spend 4,500 on that, they might as well spend the extra 500 and get 5K for 538. So I would say 4K it would be right now currently a proper listing. But I would really hodl though right now. As well, it says someone bought him Randy Lawless. I know. Chris Gar says, I would go all out on Transformers. Can't compare to Voltron. No Voltron movies ever made. Animated Megatron would be sick. Yeah, dude. Optimus Prime. Oh, be made. Yeah, there's a lot of content. Brendan says, J-Wall. Double C says, I love Steamboat Willie, but I would lose my mind for an animated Groundskeeper Willie. I get to each their own, but they might have that at some point. James Wall says, yo, my boy Brendan, the shadow clone of YouTube. Hope you had a good Christmas. I hope everyone did. But he says, Randy, do you collect any last-minute collectibles? I've got a few and not ready to sell any until the sorting feature for mint works properly from high to low. Yes, actually. I actually have, outside of the last Hitmonkey, number 9,997, or close to the last one, I actually do have a ultra rare Deadpool. The ultra rares have 3,666 mints. I have 3,664. That's listed for 1,000 right now. Just because I think that's pretty undervalued. I think even at 1,000, I think it's undervalued. What we got here? Oof. Renzi says, got some jemmies in the stocking. Easy clap. Nice. James was easy. Daniel says, the Groot set gives you the cheapest master collector program per dollar value. Oh, I guess it would, yeah. I thought Captain Carter would be close, but I guess because it has more than it's got 3 collectibles instead of 1, probably gives you more. Dave Gonzalez says, would Joe Batman be a good hold for the New Year's? Yeah, I think anything in that first set would be a good hold. Yeah. Renzi says, true, Daniel seems about right. Mike says, Captain Carter is cheapest set in the app. It is, but it won't give you as much points as a three piece set. Eternal Label says, but Groot is a 3. Yeah. I was going to go in and buy that 84 Randy, but I was going to add the gems. I didn't notice it earlier like a dummy, but right after you said it, he was gone. Yeah, it was my guy up there. He went hard on it. Dope 159 says, what about rare comic Doctor Doom? I see one in the top 5%, $100 below where rest are listed. Which all right, rare comic Doctor Doom. If it's the rest are listed, let's see the comics. I'm not really too intimate with the comics. I assume the Doctor Doom you mean is the Fantastic Four number 5. You said a rare. 30,000 of those are made. I'm in the store, that's why. All right, comics. All right, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so yeah, Fantastic Four number 5. You said a rare. So the rares are at 90. And if we sort by low to high, edition number, we just say a top 5%. So at 30, so 5%. 3,000. So it'd be top 1,500. Yeah, because 300 would be 1%, so it'd be 1,500. If you're talking about number 1489 for $160, like at that, if you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Again, if you want to spend that for a little bit in the you can. It's just not something that I would do. I don't know if it's worth it for the points. Mike says both great buys. Brennan says, I think the posters that just came out is the cheapest set. Oh, that's true. The posters that just came out. Like, yeah, the do this all day. And that's an ultra rare too. Yeah, the collectibles more groups give more point. Does is not sure if it's a good buy. James Wallace says, I bought 3-digit set of Kripkins today for mass collector points. Good for you. Dope. Which one are you saying? Yeah, I would not do that right now. If you're just looking for points, I wouldn't buy anything just for the points. If you get good points on it in conjunction with the fact that it's a good deal, fine. Right now, I would not buy anything just for the points. I feel like we don't know enough about him yet. Bro, me says Sergio Roberto is a soccer player, bro. He has 7.2 million followers on Twitter. Oh, get the fudge out of here. All right. Well, guess I'm following him now. Tweeter. Sergio. Roberto? Sergio Roberto, I'm guessing he's not. Oh, Yeah, no, Oh, Sergey Roberto. Okay. A bunch of the OnlyFam following him. 2.6 million followers on Twitter, but that is fine. What does he got here? What does he got here? He actually does not have any tweets here since like April. Unless he's tweeting on replies. I don't think I'm gonna unfollow. I don't know. I don't. If he hasn't. I feel like he hasn't. Unless this is the wrong guy I'm following. A lot of other people are following him. NFT interviews on Veve. But I don't see him in. I'm just gonna unfollow him because I don't know. I don't know anything about him. But if he is, great. Good for us. The one says, would you buy the Secret Rare Storm sub 100 for 1,600, or is it risky? Actually, yes. And I'll tell you why in a second. Generally, the Secret Rares, the sub 100 floors are usually about 2.5x of the normal floors. And if the floor of her is 888 right now, and you see a sub 100 for, what is it, 1,500 that you can see it for? For 1,600, I think that's a good deal. I think if you can get number 86 Storm for 1,500, that is a good deal. Or I'm sorry, for 1,600, because it's not even double of the floor. Yeah, so I think that's a good deal. In my opinion. Yeah. Gina says, what do you think about Zombie Hunter Spider-Man? Not sure I should keep or sell it. I'm keeping all my Marvel ones. So I have them. The rare, I have the common, the ultra rare, or both. I have the whole set. Omar says, who's my successor? I don't really have one currently. My all my money's really just gonna go, or most of my money is gonna go towards if I die. Actually, if I die currently, it goes to, well, it goes in a trust, and two of my friends oversee it, and they're gonna make sure it goes where it needs to go. To be buying land for animal conservation, putting up animal sanctuaries. A lot of it's going to go to Best Friends Animal Society. So no real successor. I mean, as far as like who can I use to pass on my knowledge to? I mean, I'm hoping that throughout my videos and my streams and people can. This is why I want to grow the channel, is because I know out like so. I am not I'm not what people would call normal. And you know, when I first started talking to people about, like, when again, I didn't really know I was good at investing until I was in my mid-20s, until after I joined the military. I was not, because nobody showed me how. No, I didn't know the right way to do it. And then my friend Dan, who's just I love him. He was the one that I called first, that I mentioned before, when I had first found out what OMI was. I thanked him in my videos as not how I became a millionaire. My goal is to find someone like me that, again, most people, when I was talking about, hey, I think Tesla's a really good investment because of this, and this. I think all these high risk lending deals that I'm doing, and I wanted to get all my friends into it. I was like, guys, trust me. You know, give me like a couple grand. We all pull our money together. We put in a couple grand. We make a lot of money. Trust me. And they're like, I don't know. It sounds risky. Like, no, like I promise. And they're like, you know, you kind of just got into this job, and I completely understand. I was just fresh out of the military, you know, boxer athlete before then, and I didn't really have any experience, but I was very, very good at it. It was like a game that you're just naturally good at. Some people can go and play like Guitar Hero, and they just nuts at it. I was very good at investing and determining what companies are undervalued, what are good deals, and move that into stocks. And I think at some point I can probably find a couple people on here that are like, okay, no, this makes sense, and not just like, okay, I can regurgitate what he says, but think like I think. Where again, going all in is not something that I would really recommend, but I didn't get to where I didn't retire at 30 by playing it safe, and I didn't go from having less than $3,000 to my name in mid 2017 after I get out of the military to have to basically having $1 million net worth 4.5 years after that. And now I'm 31, and it's I didn't get to where I am by playing it safe, and I didn't like YOLO it. I got lucky that a lot of companies that I invested in were really good and undervalued, but the goal would be to let other people know that are like me, that it's like, hey, you can do it, and don't let you can do it. I'm proof that you can do it, and I'm proof that you can get partnered on YouTube with just a phone. I got partnered with YouTube just from this phone. I didn't need any fancy equipment. I still don't have any fancy equipment. I didn't need a whole setup. I still don't. I will in the future. I'll get a computer. You guys will have much more higher quality. But the goal would be to that. If I can inspire some people to kind of do certain things that I did, and to especially just pay it forward. Like I said, I'll never really ask for money. I will never go and say, "Oh, hey, give me," the only thing that I ask is to ask questions on my YouTube, and not in Twitter DMs, just so it's good for the YouTube algorithm. And then in the future, if I have after all of you guys have a fudge ton of money, if I have a charity and you guys at that point had made money from me, and you think, you know what, well, this is Chavez's next project, but before he gives us another reason to invest in something, and he wants to help out, that would be, just teeny tiny bit. Hey, give me like $20, towards this animal goal, towards this. If you get that from 100,000 people, it's a lot of money. If I have 100,000 subscribers at that time, I have 6,000 right now, so we'll keep it going. Good question, Omar. NFT King James, thoughts on Ben Reilly Spider-Man? Hold or sell for OG Spider-Man? Right now, you could only sell the Ben Reilly Spider-Man for the ultra rare Spider-Man, and the ultra rare Spider-Man right now is like 2,500. Yes, 2518. There was how many that were made? There were only 2,500 of those were made, which is again that if you don't want to spend 5 figures on any one thing, okay, well, yeah, you can get this. So, but there's 2,500 of those, and that's not even the best one. If you don't want to spend, it is animated. The Ben Reilly is not, but I have both. Ben Reilly's 2,800. There's only 616 of the Ben Reillys, and it's an ultra rare. It's only 616 of them, and wow, the cheapest sub 100 is 11,700. Oh no, I'm sorry, 6,400 for number 86. Let's see if it's 64.99. No, 64.25. Whereas the sub 100 ultra rare Spider-Man's, the first appearance, that is probably going to be, say, 2,500 for the floor. It's going to be a lot more than 6,400, I think. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Not the lowest mint number is 51 for 32.9. Yeah, the cheapest one is 14,500 for number 97. So it's I would yeah, I would keep them. I would keep it for right now. Toby Masculino says, yeah, I guess again, I could sell mine right now and then buy another ultra rare. I would rather keep that set. I'd rather keep that. There's only 616 of them. Toby Masculino says, yeah, I guess it just depends on what your goal is. Groot said, Cat and Pose, Captain Carter, definitely gives you points. You need to flip for gems. I think Coke and Mickey would be good. Yeah. Mike says early animation will 10x Storm X-Men first appearance. Yeah, yeah. I got super lucky with buying that Storm number 43 for 2,500. Um, yeah, Storm I think is very undervalued. All crypto thing. Yeah, just message me on Twitter if you want to do an escrow. Toy Masculinity. OG Spidey is technically the first Disney. Yeah, I guess that's true. First Marvel, first Spider-Man. I mean, I guess if you want to be technical, Ultraman might be a thing, but yeah, I'd say the title would probably go towards. I think that with these arguments, it's like in Harry Potter, you take a look at the prophecy, and well, why is the prophecy Harry when it could have been Neville? Well, it's Harry because people choose it to be Harry, and well, why is Spider-Man going to be? People are going to choose that to be the first appearance. Um, it's what the people will choose. The people will make it, and yeah, a company can say whatever it wants. It's the people that's going to make it. Um, Omar says, "Have you seen the tweet from Blockchain about Hulk Hogan having an account on Veve, and Uncle Jeremy is tempting to call him to see if he is on Veve?" No, but that would be fun. I have seen Hulk Hogan on the app, but I don't know if that's really Hulk Hogan or not. But that would be really cool if he did. I guess Uncle Jeremy Pador could. I think they've worked together. Toby says, still holding the OG Common Spidey. I bought for 26 gems back then. Oh my god, I can't believe they were that cheap. It's bananas. Frenzy says, these basic animations will be cool and classic when all future collectibles come out of the store already animated. That's a good point. Very good point. Burner Count says, yeah, at Toby, having one of the first 200 minted versus stacking the floor 320. What's your take? I don't know. One of the first 200 minted, stacking the floor 320. I mean, for me, if I'm not going to get like a sub 100, for me, that's just what I view right now. All right, so Jimmy says Uncanny X-Men Secret Rare, number 226. Well, hang on. Said Uncanny X-Men. I don't know which one that is. Like I said, I'm really not intimate with the comics, or at least not most of them. All right, hang on. Avengers, What If, Thor. All right, Uncanny X-Men. You have a Secret Rare, number 226. Jesus. That's got to be one of the lowest. That is the lowest, because the lowest right now is number 278. So that's 278. You might actually have one of the lowest mints, because the ultra is 268. That's the lowest there. So the rare. Oh, there's a 202. Jesus. There's a 202 for that. Yeah, I mean, depending on what you buy, if you have something in mind to buy, yeah, you could use that, and you can buy some other cool stuff. Yeah, if I had that, that's probably what I would do as well. Dream Life says, I have Storm up for sale number 82. It's price good, waiting on a new owner. Is it a secret rare, Dream Life TV? Ah, fudge. Yeah, see, Dream Life TV, let me know what number. Dope says, yeah, Toy Masculinos is first 200 minted, long term definitely, but all depends on how much it would cost. Devron at Dagobao post has just got physical print on Uprising for my wife, and the artist is going to put the mint number of my wife's NFT on it for us. Yo, that's amazing. Dude, good for you. All right, let me look to see if that's a secret rare Storm if you got on there. Let's see here. 888 for the secret rare Storm as the floor, but you said it's number 82. Let's see, 182. I see number 86 for 1,500. Honestly, if the 186 is 1,500, or I'm sorry, if the 86 is 1500, I don't know if it really matters. What? Yeah, number 81 for yeah. So it's not the secret rare that you have. Is it the ultra rare? Oh, all right. Yeah, you got number. So the ultra rare storm is about 229, the floor, but you have number two. You have number 82 for 820. It's not the cheapest on the market. There's number 96 for 720, but again, that's 14 was higher. But there's number 62 for 962. You know, hmm. Ultra rare. If that's a two, honestly, I think you number 82 and number 96 are probably undervalued slightly. You know, they're sub 100 ultra rare animated first appearances, and the floor, if that's 820, 229, let's say times four. Yeah, it's probably if somebody buys that, it's probably a good deal. But I think if they are going to spend close to 1,000, that they'll probably get the number 60-ish for that one. What else we got? David Gonzalez says Labicorns look like a girl would be the only one he would be able to breed with. Oh, Labicorn, maybe. Eternal Abel says only bought one uncommon Spider-Man at 39. That's still fine. Burner Cow says number 94, 26.99, 341. Oh, I don't know. I guess you're talking to Toby. Alien Object says that post was on his Instagram. Nice. Oh, okay. So it was Instagram. Okay, that for his Sergey. Okay, gotcha. Soft Bro would put all the numbers in Excel file, make a decision based on actual numbers. Francisca Milko says your dreams. Okay, I should get rid of that. Henry Pagliuca says I'm a Chavez charity donation. Pags, we love you, man. We love you, Pags. All right, where was I? Cepha says I'm the GOAT. Thank you. Two Poppy says yo. Two Guys says happy to see you feeling better. Thank you so much. Sleep in Comics says Randy equals my favorite. Oh, thank you guys so much. Two Guys says what comic do you think is coming this week that people are freaking out? I don't know. Well, there was a Hulk one coming out on Tuesday, and people seem to be excited about that. But I don't know if that's like the big one. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's Hulk versus the Thing. I'm not really too intimate with that comic. Are we able to sell whole sets in the future, or is collecting sets just for mass collector program? No, we'll be able to sell whole sets in the future. Neighbor's mom's, oh yeah, brother. Monogatari says, yo, we're getting Amazing Fantasy number 15 this week. I don't know. Mono says, I missed the AMA. What did they say about comics? It wasn't in the AMA. It was Alex was on my voice is effed. I gotta go soon. Alex was on a Twitter space, and he said that we're just going to have a big comic this week. Empty King James, hey Randy, sorry for asking so many questions. Do you believe Ultraman is going to be valuable in the future? Doesn't seem to have a huge fan base at the moment. It should when China gets on, but I sold my second set of Ultraman. I should sell my first if I find a really good deal with something. Again, it's really big in China, and it'll probably moon when China comes on, but again, I don't know. I have the first set still, so it's just not my thing. Carl R says, hey Randy Chavez, thoughts on a Labicorn 107? Love your streams, thank you. It's not a sub 100, but it's a nice low 3-digit one, pretty close. Probably you could definitely sell it for well above retail. Yeah, take a look at other stuff that's surrounding it. Double C says, what will Veve do with the collectibles they keep? I don't know. Ian says price for Christmas USPS ultra rare stamp decreasing, so before it's too late. I mean, if you have something else to buy, sure. I mean, if you don't need the gems, then keep it. But I mean, if I were to get that on the drop, I would have sold it right away because I spent $6 on the drop, and you could get a lot more for it. Monarch is just big or biggest. I don't know. I think they just said big. They didn't say biggest. Anyway, guys, I gotta bounce. My throat is destroyed. I've been at it for 2.5 hours. Everyone check out Star Helix, Wendy Stibalis, Kyle Willson, and Golden Assets on YouTube. At Not Star Helix, at Hey David Don, and at EQ_crypto on the Twitter. I would say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. Yeah, they need to take better care of Star Trek. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Star Trek is just... I think Star Trek's most for older people. A lot of younger people don't really like Star Trek. All right, I bounce, guys. Dream Life's secret rare. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.